Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Today, we have a discussion to have. We've been talking a lot about the societal pressures that people can put on others, which can lead to body image issues or BDD. So, what's better? Is it to ignore your physical appearance, or do you always compliment people? Between the options of saying someone looks good and complimenting that, or saying, looks aren't important and avoiding that, what is better? What is worse? Where should we go?
Here's the thing. It's like there's an elephant in the room. If there's an elephant in the room, then you're like, okay, we gotta either feed it, we gotta take it out of the room. So if somebody believes in looks, then you're like complimenting them is a good thing. If somebody has a view of like they don't really have a view, then at that point you're like, yeah, looks don't matter as much, personality does, the things that we do, and you can have those conversations. And hypothetical they are even easier to sort of persuade them that yes, that those things are important. But when somebody already cares about it, the moment you say looks don't matter, and if you say looks don't matter, maybe it's good that you are not judging them for the looks. That's a good thing because that does tell them something. But if you tell them, hey, you don't have to put on makeup, don't put on makeup, and they are doing those things to feel good, and you're trying to take them away, they would look at you like an enemy, and they have valid reasons to see it that way, in my opinion. Even though I don't put makeup or anything, so I could also be I could be the hypocritical guy, like being on the other side.
That's a really
I have
good
a mean beard sometimes, actually. Sorry.
I was going to say that's a really good point, Akshay, and kind of to add on to that, I think societally as a whole, we view appearances like it is valued. And I don't think that's something that can necessarily be ignored, no matter how much we say like looks don't matter or anything like that. Like that's the first thing that you see in a person. So like to some extent, we were talking about Instagram, Vyaas, you had mentioned like, when you're opening someone's Instagram profile, you're judging them based on their appearance. And so at the end of the day, if you're telling someone they look good, I think it is a compliment. And I think most people, I would say, would view it that way. But then again, there is the other side of people who may not necessarily care, or people who are unhappy with their looks. And if they hear like someone say like you look good, and they might feel some cognitive dissonance because they don't feel the same way, again connecting this back to body dysmorphia, they just don't believe it. It might cause more stress. So great question. I don't know.
So overall, I feel like we've reached a consensus in terms of there's no bad side effects for complimenting someone. Right. So even if someone is facing negative body image issues, like if it's a genuine compliment, so when people hear a compliment, they can tell if it's fake or not. Right. So that's something that's in it when it comes to detecting the realness behind a compliment. So the way you smile or the way you express, it's easy to find whether that compliments are real or not, or whether you're just throwing around compliments to everyone you see on the street. So that there's a difference between those two. So keeping that in mind, even if a person, even if a person who doesn't care much till that point, and let's say he or she is interested in someone, and that person compliments him or her, then that's a great. Then it is a great feeling for a person who doesn't like compliments. So that's another issue. So if you genuinely feel like you want to compliment someone, and it doesn't have to be associated with anything, like it's just a statement that you genuinely feel, I feel like there's no harm in saying it, because you can always say that you were true in that moment, and the way that person felt is something that you can talk about after that. So it's a room for conversation is what I'm saying.
I really liked all the answers. Just a tiny tip that I'd like to add in terms of compliments. If you compliment someone on something they have control over, that's generally going to be better received than something they don't have control over. So there's a compliment or a comment about something they don't control, like their complexion, their weight, that's probably not going to be received too well. But if you say something like, I love your hairstyle, I like your outfit, that's a cool bracelet, things they have control over, those compliments would fly much better.
Yeah.
I want to add one more point, which is just honestly defending myself, which is, just because somebody doesn't give a lot of compliments about looks, like that's also okay, because I mean, whenever you can compliment, like go for it, do it. But then, like you can be shy, you can, I mean, maybe at some point, do give the compliment at least to people you care about. But if you're not there yet, you're not there yet, and that's completely okay. That's completely fine. And don't put yourself down. If there's elephant in the room and you don't know what to do, you don't know what to do, man. You don't know what to do.
But at the same time, if you know someone cares about it, you can help them out by giving them compliments. So it depends on if someone has something, and how do you help them? How do you support someone who might have body dysmorphia?
You really want to deal with the elephant, don't you? Okay, fine. Let's do that tomorrow.
Sounds good. See you all then.
Oh, you're still here? Well, thanks for getting to the end of the video. Hey, while you're still here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get new updates when we post videos. Also, make sure to check out these equally exciting videos as well. Have you pressed it yet? Come on, you have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, press it now.